Once I made up my mind to quit race riding, I knew nothing or no one could change my decision. But there was one little horse that made it difficult, and that was Tie the Knot. From the first time I rode him in a Randwick Maiden in July, I knew he was something special.
Tie the Knot is getting an inside run if good enough as they top the hill. Stylish Bound immediately under pressure, tackled by Tie the Knot on the inside. Grey Marger is on the outside. Tie the Knot went right through on the fence to hit the lead as they come to the 150. Tie the Knot drew clear of Grey Marger and Stylish Bound, and Tie the Knot is careering away in the...
This horse when you first started to train him?
Well, he's a sort of horse naturally. His pedigree, before he even arrived here, you know, you'd be looking forward to getting him. And when we saw him, he's such a magnificent type. Our hopes were reasonably high then. And then, of course, he showed that he had a great constitution in the stable. He's a tremendous eater, always a character early. And then once he started to show speed, we thought, hello, what have we got here?
Tie the Knot's first win was full of authority, but he still had so much to learn. With Guy's support, my job was to educate him to stay. Now he knows how to switch off in a race, but more importantly, he can switch back on quicker than most.
Greenback's in front, but here's Tie the Knot. Tie the Knot in the red with the white cap has exploded out of the pack. He went past Greenbacks in one stride. Irish Air's right out in the middle of the track. He's getting home strongly. Tie the Knot in front. Irish Air gets into second place, but Tie the Knot is a mile too good and wins the gloaming brilliantly.
Very competitive horse when asked for it, you know, when asked for his effort, as obviously his record shows. But he can be very, very relaxed to the point of being lazy. And he's got more so with age, particularly in his track work. He just does just what he has to. And as you point out, I think he's got a great will to win, but he only does what he has to do. And you can't ever see him winning races by a big margin. I can't. He's only just going to get there. As long as he gets there, Darryl.
As long as he wins, that's all that matters, doesn't it?
My word, yeah.
In my mind, Tie the Knot proved himself worthy of his top shelf billing in last year's Spring Champion Stakes.
Grey Prince in front, Tie the Knot knuckling down, is charging. Tie the Knot is going a shade the better, and Tie the Knot got up to win the Spring Champion Stakes in a thrilling finish.
He's by Nassapur, which means he's bred for ground and will get better with age. He actually reminds me a lot of Saintly, and like the champ, I reckon Tie the Knot can win a Melbourne Cup as a 4-year-old.
Never had a run in the Melbourne Cup, Darren. Closest I got was a horse called Centos a few years ago. He got beaten a couple of heads in the Dalgety, but I never had a runner. Love to have a runner in the Melbourne Cup. Love him to be in the Melbourne Cup. So are the owners, but it's a long way off.
Last season, Tie the Knot graduated from maiden to Group 1 level with relative ease, and there's no doubt he should already be a Derby winner. I'm adamant only Flemington's track bias robbed him of that title.
The Bolter, Second Coming, a length in front. Tie the Knot wearing away, but Second Coming's got him beat. Second Coming's going to win the Amy Victoria Derby.
This preparation, Tie the Knot has taken a little while to be fine-tuned, but there's no question he's been set for just one race, the AJC Australian Derby. Anything else, like the Rosehill Guineas, has just been a bonus.
Tie the Knot on the extreme outside is starting to run on well, but Tycoon Lil is a mile in front past the 200, led by about 4 lengths on Tie the Knot getting to second, and Simonet running a mighty race. Tycoon Lil is feeling the pinch. Here's Tie the Knot. He's got the filly. Tie the Knot swoops on Tycoon Lil.
For his last win in the Rosehill Guineas, were you a little concerned about his lead-up runs towards this race, and did you feel that he may not have come up?
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned after the Canterbury Guineas, Darren. I was a little bit concerned then. He appeared a bit disinterested, and I wasn't so concerned about his earlier sprint races. But I think it was probably a combination of things at Canterbury Guineas. It was a bit short for him. Shane didn't know him so well. The race wasn't run to suit him. And I think he benefited a lot from the run.
Like the Master Bart Cummings, Guy takes time with his horses. Even though his team is relatively small, he's one of the most patient and astute trainers in the game. This week, he's also one of the most nervous. How are the nerves, Guy? Walking the box at night? Yourself, not the horse, you.
Yeah, it gets a bit that way, Darren. Yeah, it's a bit nerve-wracking, but that's what it's all about. That's what every trainer dreams of, having a horse like him, so you got to be able to cope with it.
But of course, from the man on board, there's nothing but confidence, and plenty of it. I was no sooner out of the saddle on Boxing Day then there was Shane knocking at Guy Walter's door. He steered him home in the Rosehill Guineas. I couldn't resist a dig. I just thought you were going to just time him run a little bit too late, but you just got there in the nick of time.
Well, I'd watched a lot of tapes this morning of him, and I saw how you found the line very well in the Spring Championship Stakes.
Do you watch tapes, do you?
I watched it.
Tapes?
And I thought your ride that day was very, very patient and very good. And I realised, I said, now I've got to do the same as Darren. Do the same. Go out there. Do it, Shane. Be like Darren. And I was.
Well, Shane, I've done my bit. I've warmed the saddle for you. Now you've got control of the reins. All the best for the race. But wouldn't it be nice to see Guy Walter win an Australian Derby? It couldn't happen to a nicer person.
Good story, Darren.
It was, Ken. I had a great time doing it.
I'm sure you did. Now, the big question is, with this heavy track, can Tie the Knot win the Derby?
Well, I think he can. The track's been upgraded here to slow today. There's a good grass coverage. Horses are getting a good footing on the track, and I think that's an importance for the horse.
And how would you ride him if you were riding him?
Well, I just had Shane Dye just come and ask me, would you ride him forward? And he said, you think he'd be able to do it? And I think he would. Horses aren't making ground here today, so I think that's his only option to do is to go forward. Doesn't look a lot of speed in the race, so I think he can go forward and be a good chance.
So that's an exclusive for Wide World of Sports viewers. Watch him cross from the wide alley and go straight up near the lead somewhere.
That's it.
And he'll have the courage, I'm sure, to get him home.
He will. He's a very game horse. He could really come to it at the end of his run in the Derby. He probably wasn't seasoned enough for it in Melbourne in the spring, but 6 months under his belt, I think this will be the turning tail.
Okay, let's look at what price he is on the tote prices. Surprisingly, he's not favourite at the moment. Gold Guru is at $5.70, Tie the Knot at $4. Second Coming at $12.50. Favourite on the tote is Northern Drake at $3.60, Vitronite at $9.90, Pursuits at $11.10, Ildon at $10.90, Irish Air is a scratching, Spying at $22.40, and Bridal Man at $29.50. Avastar $69.20, and Pescadero, another roughie, at $61.